Good afternoon and welcome to the April 23rd edition of The Pulse. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kate Regan. Coming up, we will highlight a Manchester restaurant serving up fantastic breakfast in the perseverance of our Red Hawks. We have all this and much more on this edition of The Pulse. Okay. At a time where so many people are in need of peace, gardening not only allows people to decorate their exteriors, but also allows them to reach a more peaceful state of mind. Carolyn Miner highlights a Manchester family business that's been supplying local families with gardening supplies and guidance for generations.
For many people, running errands around town can feel like a chore. However, when one of your stops is Woodland Gardens, it is the perfect place to regain a feeling of serenity. Open since 1939, this family-owned business continues to thrive. It has weathered World War II, 9/11, and all of the events in between. Now, they provide a respite from COVID-19. After a year of quarantine, people are in need of ways to clear their mind, at the same time as local businesses are in need of community support. Woodland Gardens allows both of these goals to be reached at one location. At a time where online ordering is becoming the new normal, owner Luke Zapadka describes the advantages of purchasing gardening needs at a small business like Woodland.
For our product, it's good to buy it locally because it's grown locally, so it's not grown down south where the plants are going to be more tender, they're going to be not basically acclimated to our climate, whereas our plants are more acclimated. They're going to be planted where they've been grown and started already. So
whether it's roses, trees, or garden decorations, stopping by this local nursery and planting your garden for the season is exciting for many customers, including Alma St. Cyr.
It's almost like a way to quiet my mind and meditate, and I really enjoy that.
As spring approaches, Woodland Gardens is making a clear effort to satisfy customers like Alma St. Cyr by brightening the days of all their customers, especially after such a hard year.
Last year was a little bit more doom and gloom than it is this time of year right now. Plus the nice weather's been helping.
Woodland Gardens is a gleeful place for employees and customers to be this time of year.
I'm always in a good mood when I'm around plants, and when it's springtime, it's a double good mood.
Woodland Gardens has created a sense of rejuvenation by providing springtime gardening necessities for the Manchester community. From The Pulse, this has been Carolyn Miner reporting.
Local businesses like Woodland Gardens truly are the backbone of this Manchester community. With an array of vibrant flowers to choose from, the team at Woodland Gardens will be sure to make sure that your garden is looking its best. As the temperatures continue to rise, perhaps take a stroll at Main Street and pop into the Angry Egg, a local breakfast and lunch eatery for a delicious meal.
Situated in 1095 Main Street, the Angry Egg is a perfect spot for all of your breakfast and lunch desires. With its traditional Americana feel, owners Liz and Stephen Hall make it their mission to ensure the best quality food and experience for all of their customers.
I want my customers to feel when they come into the restaurant like they are part of my family. I will treat them, and my staff treats them just like we've always known them. So you can come in as a stranger and you leave as a friend.
Open from 7 to 2 every day except Tuesdays, this restaurant's option to order breakfast all day makes it a one-of-a-kind downtown Manchester eatery. With a wide variety of classics to choose from and modern twists on everyday breakfast staples, there is something on the menu for everyone to enjoy.
Oh, they have these sweet potato cakes that are really good. I like those with like a fried egg on the side. And then they have breakfast corn dogs. It's a sausage dipped in pancake batter. Really good.
With the option to call in and order for pickup or dine-in, this restaurant offers many COVID-safe opportunities to enjoy a great meal. Liz and Stephen's restaurant has found success through unique collaborations with other small businesses.
Karen's Donuts, oh my goodness, they are the greatest ever. They're vegan, they are not gluten-free, and that is a great collaboration. She reached out wanting to know if there were any other businesses out there that would like to serve her donuts, and we jumped on that.
Next time you're in the area, make sure you swing by to the Angry Egg to get a delicious breakfast or lunch. From the Pulse, this has been Mia Hickey reporting.
Only a few blocks up from Angry Egg on Main Street, Emily Madden takes you to a local collaborative business meeting and art gallery space, where the saying Fresh Start has a new meaning to local artists.
A fresh start. That was the theme of Workspace on Maine's latest gallery. Workspace coordinator Stacy Zatkin couldn't be more thrilled to give artists some creative freedom.
So Fresh Start, we decided that we would give out blank canvases to artists and community members who are just creative and ask them to return it to us as a piece of art. That way the show has a theme, so your art can be directed towards the theme of fresh start, new beginnings, the possibilities of spring, hopefully the end of the pandemic coming soon, and just what you can do with a blank canvas.
Not only does the artwork benefit Workspace, it also allows the creators to portray a message and display their creations.
I think being able to express yourself creatively, whether you think the end result is art, is really important.
For artists such as Miriam Byrode and Whitney Rogers, the gallery allows them to express and convey what's on the inside rather than the surface.
Having the opportunity to display art here in my community really means so much to me because it feels like there is a facet of my artistic self that can still be expressed and appreciated without me just being like mom.
I could connect with anybody that sees the piece, and if they can feel the feeling that I was feeling, or it connects with something they went through and they can understand, that's really what it's all about for me.
Although art may be new to some or an old hobby, they have still taken advantage of the joy it brings.
I was really inspired by looking back through all of my old sketchbooks and diaries and childhood notebooks, just sort of reflecting on points in my life that were meaningful to me.
And when asked what they would tell their younger selves, the messages were,
just go out and try it,
To not be so afraid of vulnerability, I think, because that actually is the greatest strength.
I almost feel like I could allow my younger self to speak to my older self, just to say, be vulnerable, be free,
Just keep doing it, even if it's a little tiny bit, because it will, it just gives you a sense of your own humanity.
Get your pencils and sketchbooks out, Manchester. Head down to Workspace or check them out on their website to learn more. From the Post, this has been Emily Madden reporting.
Art doesn't just live on a wall or in a gallery. It's all around us, and it helps us to illustrate our lives and tell stories. Abdullah Barlas brings into focus the important storytellers at MHS, working behind the camera to document the student experience.
This year, the yearbook class has had many different obstacles to face. We've all experienced how unordinary this school year has been due to the pandemic, with very little events for the yearbook to capture. On top of that, the yearbook staff is very short-numbered, unlike past years, and half the students attend school virtually, leaving lots of room for big shoes to fill. For Ms. Grant, the new advisor to the yearbook class, the lack of students this year has made it a struggle of its own.
Just very weird, creating a yearbook when half of your staff is remote. But we've made a lot of adaptations in terms of, we had folks submit photos of what does it look like to learn at home, and so we're including those pages. We never would have included those pages 2 years ago because learning at home just wasn't something we did.
Because of the creative thinking, some of the new ideas brought into this yearbook will be implemented into future yearbooks to come.
It definitely forced us to be a little bit more creative, and in that I think it's allowing us to incorporate some parts of student life that we really never would have been able to before, just because until you're forced to change, you don't really do so.
Students who are a part of the yearbook staff, such as senior Jonathan Suarez, take pride in working on the yearbook and use it as an opportunity to push themselves.
I get to change some stuff, like things in the yearbook that people might have missed. Like if a font is different, I get to look over it, change it, and I find that kind of fun because it gives me a challenge.
Through all the obstacles that COVID has thrown at the yearbook class this year, they still managed to create a yearbook capturing the most strangest school year we've ever had. From the Pulse, this has been Abdullah Barish reporting.
While the Yearbook Club is preserving memories, many are making them at the dog park. Located near Mount Nebo, Ben Roy takes a closer look at a fun way for you and your pup to get some fresh air.
And I stopped by the town to visit a business here and saw the sign at the end of the road and was absolutely delighted that I could take my dog here and visit with people from this town and enjoy a beautiful day.
Is your dog tired of being cooped up in your house and in need of some furry best friends? Then come on down to the Mount Nebo Dog Park. If you would like to learn more about the dog park and become part of the crew, join the Manchester CT Dog Park Facebook page.
Weather continues to improve. It's a great time to get outside at the dog park and perhaps on the MHS campus too. Senior Alexandria McDowell enjoyed a warm spring afternoon on Tuesday, April 20th by shattering the school's record for girls pole vault with a 9.6 jump. This breaks the previous record of 9 feet even set in 2017. Coach LaCava hopes that she will break this record again before the end of the season. Please enjoy the good weather and support our athletes by attending track meet to cheer Alexandria on. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. Tune in next week for more stories about the Manchester community. If you have any story ideas that you think should be included in our program, email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org. Make sure to follow us on our social media and check out our past work by heading to mhstelevision.com. I'm Kate Regan, and this has been The Pulse.